So today we are going to start Mother's Day, a new chapter, and because last day we completed the previous chapter, that is Einstein at school. But before Mother's Day, I should tell you that in the month of October there will be an exam for all of you. The exam will be of 20 marks. So today I am telling you the syllabus for exam syllabus, that you may write down the examination syllabus, that I am telling that it would be of 20 marks MCQ in the month of October. The date of exams, I am telling it would be in the month of October, might be from the first week or second week. Okay, the date has not yet been decided, but it would be in the month of October before puja vacation starts. That I can tell you. Date you will be intimated through our school official website. Okay. So in the month of October the examination will be there, and you may take down the syllabus that I am going to tell you. Syllabus for this MCQ, 20 questions will be there carrying 1 mark each. 20 question of 1 mark. Okay. Now you may write down the syllabus. That, as you know, we are having 2 books, one Hornbill, other Snapshot. Now from Hornbill we are having 4 chapters, all had been completed. 3 prose there will be. So from the 3 prose will be from Hornbill, and these are Portrait of a Lady, We Are Not Afraid to Die, Discovering Truth, and these are the 3 prose. That question will come from these 3 prose of Hornbill, that Portrait of a Lady, We Are Not Afraid to Die, Discovering Truth. These 3 prose and 1 poem, Photograph. So these 4 chapters from Hornbill and 2 chapters from Snapshot, that is the Summer of the Beautiful White Horse and the Address. The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse and the Address. These two chapters from Snapshot and 4 chapters from Hornbill. Okay. So these are the syllabus that okay, this is the syllabus that you must be aware about, these are the syllabus that that I have told. So still I am just writing this, it would be better that syllabus for English. Syllabus for English 11. I am just actually type down that it would be, I feel it would be better for all of you. Okay. Syllabus for English 11. Okay, English. Okay. The first one, it would be the Portrait of a Lady. No, there is no project. The Portrait of a Lady, there will be no project. Okay, there will be no project. There will be no grammar question as well. There will be no grammar question as well. Okay, Portrait of a Lady. Okay, I have already told the syllabus. It would be better if you write down earlier. Next, I would type it down in that in your chat or in a Skype group for English. Okay, there will be no project, there will be no grammar question will come from these. So actually syllabus for this exam I am telling that the Summer of the Beautiful White Horse and the Address from Snapshot, and Portrait of a Lady, We Are Not Afraid to Die, Photograph, and Discovering Truth. These are the syllabus, these 4 from Hornbill. And yes, what question? You may ask the question. Devargo, what is your question? Ask your question. I will try to solve the problem if you have any problem. Sneha, it will all be intimated to you that which app the exam will be conducted. Okay. there is an exam app there for Bardwan Model School. Before your examination starts, you will all be intimated, as you know that today also there will be an examination. Examination is still going on for classes playgroup to 12 except 11. So they are also giving the exam right now. All the other students are giving the exam. Okay. So they are also giving that using app. One app will be there, that is the app you may not find it, or you must not find it in Play Store, because this is exclusively app for Bardwan Model School. Okay. Yes, Debargo, you will have to remember the author. This is a part of question. So what I was telling about the app, that you will be intimated which app, where from you could download it and how it would work. A promotional video also will be sent to all of you. You know that how you know that video, whenever you will see that video, all the doubts will be clear. So don't worry, you will all be intimated smoothly that actually how to appear in the examination and through which app. So and you may ask the other teachers also for the syllabus, because I am telling in the month of October examination will be there, and it would be of 20 marks, 20 MCQ question will be there. There no negative marking will be there, but each question will have 4 options A, B, C, D, and you will have to write the you know correct answer. Okay. So this is all about the examination that I have told. Yes, only MCQ will be there, Sneha. This time only MCQ will be there, and MCQ with 4 options. Okay, MCQ with 4 options. Okay, so nothing theory. You will get options for each question, and I have already told the syllabus, and afterwards I will post it in your group as well, so that everybody could understand that which is the syllabus for which is the syllabus, English syllabus for this exam. This is assessment 1. This assessment is named as assessment 1, and it will be started in the month of October, as I told you, and you will be told that how through which app you will have to give the exam. Everything will be clarified. Okay. So let's start today. Kritika, exam date I am not telling specific date, I have told in the month of October. Okay, Devarga, I am coming to you that yes, Kritika, I am telling in the month of October, and Devargo, what he told, any other subject MCQ exam will be there. Yes, for each of the subjects exam will be there, not only for English, for all the subjects that you are having. You are having economics, you are having BST, you are having you know accountancy, Hindi, Bengali, whatever, computer, every subject will have that examination. Not only, I am not telling only for English, I have told for the English syllabus only, but every subject will have the exam, and that would be of MCQ 20 marks. Okay, every subject will have the exam of 20 marks, and all the examination will be of you know MCQ. So you must ask your other concerned subject teacher for your syllabus. Okay, for the syllabus you must ask these to the teachers, that what is the syllabus for your upcoming examination. But as I told you that in the month of October examination will be there. Okay, if you I am taking class, or Pita ma'am also taking class, so every day I feel you are having English. So if you have any queries regarding examination, regarding question pattern, then you should ask me or Urpita ma'am, because every day you are having English class, so no problem. So today let us start what Nikita is typing. Let me see. Nikita, do you have any queries? If you have any query regarding exam, you may ask. I have just told I have just told the syllabus, and after this class I will post it in your group that this is the syllabus for English. Okay, it would be better. It would be better. The syllabus for English. What is the syllabus for English? Okay. Now let us start Mother's Day by J.B. Priestley. Now J.B. Priestley was an Irish dramatist, and J.B. Priestley was the Irish dramatist, and yes, okay, thank you Nikita. And Mother's Day today we are going to start that actually this is a humorical story. Here it is. Let me tell what is written in that pre-reading, then I will come that what we are going to read about. Okay, that in the pre-reading it is stated the following play, it's a one act play. In class 10 you were taught, if you are from CBSE, you were taught one act play, that is the proposal, you may remember, or if you are from ICSE, then it would be of 6 act play that you were taught, the Merchant of Venice. Okay, you must remember, by William Shakespeare. And for CBSE student it was by Anthony Chekhov, the proposal one act play. So this is also one act play. The following play is humorous portrayal of the status of the mother in family. Humoral portrayal means it will make us laugh about the status of the mother in family. This is important. I will come to discuss about what is the status of our mother in the family. Let's read on to see how Mrs. Pearson's family reacts when she tries to stand up for her own right. This is very pathetic that a mother is fighting hard to get her right in the family. Now, what is the status of mothers? What is the mother's status in the family? Now, if you take the example from our life practically, then I feel that everybody will be agreed to this, that really we all have taken our mothers for granted. We know that mother is there, so every problem will be solved. We do not think about the dress, that which dress we are going to wear, the washing for our dress. We do not think about our tiffin, our breakfast, our lunch, dinner, anything. We do not think about that when we feel uncomfortable, or when we fall ill, then who will look after us? We know definitely mother will do this. So, as if this is true that we have taken our mother as granted. If you take another example, very recent example, that in that lockdown period, suppose the male members of our family, they are confined in that home, they are having off duties right now because of that pandemic, because of that lockdown, though it is not lockdown is going on, but when in that lockdown period 1 month back, of 20 days back, that male members, they were confined in that home because it's lockdown going on and they could not go out to their office or wherever they work. But mothers, they don't have a lockdown duty for a single day, isn't it? That during the lockdown, before the lockdown, after the lockdown, mothers remain the same busy. I feel that during the lockdown period, mothers become busier, isn't it? Because they don't have a day off. So why it is? Because as I already told that we have take our mothers as granted. We know that mothers are there, so there will be no problem. We never think about what food we are going to eat today, or how it would be prepared, which dress, my dress has become dirty, so how it would be clean. We never think about, because we know mothers are there, isn't it? So we all take our granted. Here also, that the problem is that here we will see the character that Mrs. Annie Pearson. She is the mother. Here Mother's Day, the name of this chapter, Mother's Day, the mother is Mrs. Annie Pearson. So actually, and the problem is that mothers is having one son and one daughter. The son is Cyril Pearson and daughter is daughter is Doris Pearson. The daughter name is Doris Pearson and the son's name is Cyril Pearson. And Mrs. Pearson's husband was George Pearson. So these are the family, Pearson's family. Mother Annie Pearson, Mrs. Annie Pearson, father George Pearson, and they have 2 children. Doris Pearson is the daughter and Cyril Pearson is the son. Another character is there in that play that we will see, Mrs. Fitzgerald. Mrs. Fitzgerald is not relative to this family, but Mrs. Fitzgerald is their neighbor. Mrs. Fitzgerald lives next door of Pearson family. Now, what is the problem and why I have told that we take granted? Here that all these 3 members, that is Cyril, Doris and the husband George Pearson, they have taken Mrs. Pearson, Mrs. Annie Pearson as granted. Here the daughter and son, they have taken their mother as granted. And the problem is that they never listen to their mother. So mother is very sad because nobody in the family members, such as even her husband George Pearson, even her daughter Doris Pearson, her son Cyril Pearson, they do not give respect to her. They actually, as if, this is very pathetic, that they sorry, they behave with her as if as if she was their she is their servant. Okay, they behave such a way, and this is the sad feeling for, this is the problem for Mrs. Annie Pearson, that she could not take control of her family. Now son and daughter, they go for their work, and they came in the evening time, they take their tiffin and again they go out, and they are very fond of spending the day till midnight outside. Probably they go to a nightclub, and at night, at midnight, they come back home, and they do not give any time to spend with their mother. Even they do not ask mother about any problem, and they do not take care of their mother in any way. The three members, that is the husband George Pearson, son Cyril Pearson, and daughter Doris Pearson. So mother is very unhappy, because through the day she has to stay alone in their house, and in the evening time, when all the other family members, in the afternoon, late afternoon, when they all come home, they just take their tiffin. Mother had prepared their tiffin, they take their tiffin and go out, and mother is so sorry that she could not control their family. Now Mrs. Fitzgerald has come to know about this status of Mrs. Pearson in her family. Now Mrs. Fitzgerald is having another identity. Mrs. Fitzgerald is a good fortune teller. She can see the future, she can read the future. So Mrs. Fitzgerald, being a fortune teller, she has come to Mrs. Pearson, and she had seen the condition of, she could realize that, being a fortune teller, she could realize the condition of Mrs. Pearson in her family. Now Mrs. Fitzgerald tried to encourage Mrs. Pearson by saying that you must be the boss of your family, you should take control of your family. Okay. Now when Mrs. Pearson was encouraging when Mrs. Fitzgerald was encouraging Pearson to be the boss of the family, that you must, your son, your daughter, your husband must listen to you, they must respect you, they must treat you in such a way. Now Mrs. Pearson was so helpful that she told that, Mrs. Pearson was so helpless, Mrs. Pearson was so helpless that she told that I cannot understand where to start, because it is true that if you it is very true that if a mother or father or the parents want that their son must be disciplined, their son or daughter must listen to them, that from the very beginning they should take the charge of their son and daughter, isn't it? But it is, the fault lies with Mrs. Pearson also, that from the very first, when son and daughter was growing up, she was so gentle, she was so soft spoken, she was so mild, she was so down to earth, that son and daughter actually did this idea in their mind that their mother is not going to tell anything to them whatever they do. And that is the problem, and Mrs. Pearson is suffering today, that son and daughter, they do not listen to her in any way. Not only that, the husband also is so careless that the husband also doesn't spend any time with the wife, that is Mrs. Pearson, and husband also always like to go outside and spend time in the nightclub, and midnight the husband comes, and never husband takes his wife outside for roaming here and there. So that is the problem. So here Fitzgerald actually encouraged Mrs. Pearson to be the boss of the family, but here Pearson told, expressing her helplessness, that how could I control the family, I can't. At this, Fitzgerald actually offered Pearson that, as you are telling that you cannot do it, so let me do it for you. At this, Pearson told, no, how it would be possible, that yes, it is true that I cannot control my family, but how could I allow any third person, you are my neighbor, so how could I allow you that you would control my family. At this, Mrs. Fitzgerald told, it's very unusual, Mrs. Fitzgerald told that I will control my family being you, not being me. That Mrs. Pearson couldn't understand what you are telling. And then Fitzgerald told that we are going to change our soul. Okay, we are going to change our soul. Tell me, last day had I told the story in a nutshell? Anybody? Last day had I told the story in a nutshell, that I am telling the story in a nutshell, so had I told the story, anybody could you write in the chat that last day had I told the story to all of you, or you have not read the story, you have not heard the story that I am telling. Anybody could you please write down in the chat option. Devargo, Nikita, Kritika, Sneha, you can write down that whether I have told that story or I have described the story. I don't feel that I have described. Yes, I don't feel I have described. Can you listen me properly? There is no response from your end. Okay, now you are all right. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Now, actually, Mrs. Fitzgerald is trying to encourage Mrs. Pearson that you must be the the boss of your family. You must control them. And this Mrs. Fitzgerald now told Mrs. Pearson, yes, thank you. I haven't. That's why I am telling the story in a nutshell. Okay, so listen to the story, then we will come in detail. So Mrs. Fitzgerald told Mrs. Pearson that I know the trick to change our bodies. Means they actually had planned that they will change their soul. Means physically it would be Mrs. Pearson, but mentally it will be Mrs. Fitzgerald, and physically it would be Fitzgerald, but mentally it would be Pearson. So Mrs. Fitzgerald told Pearson that she was going to exchange their soul, exchange their bodies as well, vice versa. Now, at first Pearson did not agree to this plan, but afterwards she agreed to this plan, and really Mrs. Fitzgerald exchanged their soul. Now, from then onwards, we will have to read the story very carefully, that when this exchange happened, that here Mrs. Pearson actually Mrs. Fitzgerald and Fitzgerald actually Mrs. Pearson. Now, after exchanging, Mrs. Pearson has gone to Fitzgerald house, because physically it was Fitzgerald. Physically, just understand it properly. Physically it was Fitzgerald, so she had gone to Fitzgerald's house, and who was sitting there? Physically it was Pearson, but it was Mrs. Fitzgerald. Now, the son, daughter, they couldn't understand that this type of exchange had happened. So when at first the daughter Doris came, and she found something unusual in her mother's behavior. That when Doris came, at first she did not notice, but afterwards she found that her mother was smoking, and she was very much surprised. This is also because she had not seen in her life that mother was smoking. So she was very much surprised and asked mother what you are doing. And this mother had given a very ironical answer, that I am whitewashing the ceiling. Have you not couldn't you understand that I am smoking? And actually now she told Doris told, what about my dress, because in the morning I told you to iron my yellow silk dress. At this mother insulted her, and mother asked that why you needed that dress. At this the daughter told that I need that dress because I want to go with my boyfriend Charlie Spence. At this mother actually insulted Charlie Spence and insulted Doris Pearson in such a way that she started to cry, and she go out from there. Next the son came, Cyril Pearson came, and the mother also insulted Cyril Pearson in such a way that he was also very much astonished. He was also very much surprised to see that they found that there is a certain change in a mother's behavior, but they did not know why this certain change had come, because we the readers know that it is actually not their mother, though physically it was Mrs. Pearson, but mentally actually it is Fitzgerald. Okay, so she started to insult them, and both of them were very much sad that why mother, what has happened to their mother. They were the brother and sister, they were discussing that probably mother had gone mad, okay, because mother is discussing, or mother is behaving in such a way. And now actually they were standing there, and they were interested to see that how father, whenever father would come to their house, how father will get the treatment from mother. And when father came, George Pearson came, yes, mother also treated the same way as she had treated with son and daughter. and not only that, here Pearson, physically Pearson, actually she insulted her husband by calling that when you go to your nightclub, all the people at your back, they call you Pompey Umpy Pearson. Pompey means is having pompous figure, means who is having a fatty figure, healthy figure. It's not pomp. And as George Pearson is also having a healthy figure, that is why people call you at your back as Pompey Umpy Pearson. But George Pearson was not ready to accept whatever he had to accept it what wife was telling. So all the family members, they were very much terrified of Mrs. Pearson, and they had been heavily insulted. All these three members are heavily insulted, and they had forgotten that they had to go outside, and they were very much terrified of their mother and George Pearson, of his wife also. At this juncture, that Pearson, Mrs. Fitzgerald, who is actually Mrs. Pearson, she came and she saw that her family members had heavily been insulted by Fitzgerald. So actually she came and she told her family members that, okay, let me do it, I feel that I could control this. So she told everyone to go out of this room, and then Mrs. Pearson again implored or requested Fitzgerald to change back their soul. Mrs. Fitzgerald told that 1 or 2 hours rough treatment, if we could give 2 hours more rough treatment to the family members, then it would work. But Pearson told, actually insisted her to change their soul, and ultimately Fitzgerald changed their soul as well. So now Pearson became Pearson, Fitzgerald became Fitzgerald became Fitzgerald. Now Fitzgerald wanted to test whether it really worked or not. So at this, all the family members, they came and they were all looking in a very scared, with their scared eyes to their mother, that is Pearson. Pearson now came back in her original self. Now Pearson also now told the son and daughter that I want that tonight you are going to make tonight's supper, means tonight's dinner, and I want to talk to your father. And all of them had forgotten that they had to go out, and they agreed to this plan. Not only that, George Pearson also stayed in that house. He also did not go out, okay, to the nightclub, and in this way really it worked. And ultimately when Fitzgerald was coming from that house, Fitzgerald became Fitzgerald, so they became normal, okay. And Fitzgerald actually told, again warned Pearson that you must not explain anything, and you should you should continue the position, you should continue with such the dignity that has been recovered, okay, by this rough treatment, okay. And here the drama comes to an end. So this is a nice story. This is a very unusual story. We have not read this type of story before, changing of soul and all this black magic and all this. So but it's a nice one, and after listening the story, we will come to know that how a mother actually regained her position in that her position in the family. Understood the story in a nutshell that I told? You people, have you understood? Has it? Okay, Pritika, thank you for understanding. Okay, Sneha, Nikita, everyone had understood. It's good. So I feel it's time up. So in our next class, next day, we will start reading this Mother's Day. Today I have told the story in a nutshell. So in our next class, I must tell the story in reading, and we will read the text between the lines. So today, up to this, till then, goodbye, and thank you all for joining my class. It's goodbye.